Getting started as a new real estate agent is tough. There's so many different things that you can do to set your business up and so many different directions you can go. So today we're going to talk about the first 3 things that you must do when you're getting started in real estate. Stay tuned. I'm Brian White. Hey, welcome back to Real Estate Growth Secrets. I'm Brian White. On this show, we help real estate agents grow their business and grow their life. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Today, we're talking about the 3 things that new real estate agents must do to get started on the right foot in the real estate business. So the first is build your sphere of influence, really build your database. Before you even get started, you should have a list of at least 100 names of people that you know, like, and trust. This should be 100 friends, family, people that you've worked with in the past, people you know from church, maybe people from the sports league, whatever it is, wherever it is that you go, you should have a list of at least 100 people that would recognize you if you gave them a call. And the reason 100 is important is it's a great starting number. The average homeowner moves every 7 years. That means that if you can come up with a list of 100 people that you know, that's at least 15 deals. That's at least 15 transactions. That's 100 people divided by moving every 7 years is about 15 transactions. Some of those people are going to buy and sell. So really that's an opportunity to get 20 plus deals right out of the gate, and 20 deals for every 100 people you know every single year. So the best place to start is people that already know you. Build a relationship with them, reach out, let them know that you're in the real estate business and that you'd love to help them, and maybe some referrals that they know. So you're gonna ask them, hey, do you know anybody, not just you, but do you know anybody thinking about making a move this year? You'd love to serve them and answer any of their questions that they might have. And if each of those 100 people know 100 people, think about how many deals that is. If you know more than 100 people, great, multiply the math. Start with your sphere of influence and build your business from there. Step number 2 is you need to make as many contacts as you possibly can. So you're doing that for a variety of reasons. The first is you want to build the database. So you want to grow from that first 100 people that I talked about. You want to get that number to be much larger as fast as you possibly can. Why? Well, if there's 20 deals in that first 100, there's 20 deals in that second 100. So to get that second 100, you need to start making as many contacts as you possibly can. Now, how do you do that? Well, you do that at the Chamber of Commerce. You do that by joining church groups, joining the PTA, joining any number of things. You know, I coached some of my kids' sports teams because that was a great way to meet more parents. And I got to send out email to them from my business email address that let them know I was in real estate. It was just a great way to build the database. So the second thing that you need to do is you need to make as many contacts as you possibly can. The more contacts you make, the greater your opportunity of selling a deal. The more real estate conversations you have, the greater your likelihood of creating a real estate business. You should measure these numbers. As you're getting started, you should strive to have 100 conversations a week. For every 100 conversations, you can expect to create 2 real estate opportunities. That doesn't mean that they're going to be buying a house this week, but you're having a conversation with somebody and they say, hey, you know what? At the end of this next school year, you know, Johnny's graduating from high school and we might be ready to make a move. Or Sally's getting out of middle school and we want to move her into a different high school. Great. People might be empty nesting. People might be having their first kid, but you're having conversations about what they might be looking for. And if you were to move, where would you go? Everybody has an idea of where their next home might be and what they might be looking for in the next home. So are they moving because they want a pool? Are they moving because they want to downsize? Do they need additional bedrooms? Do they want a larger lot? Do they want a smaller lot? But we've got clients that we helped a few years ago move from a large home into a single story. A few years later, now they're empty nested. They've decided to sell that home and move to downtown Dallas and rent a condo so they can live the good life. Whatever it is, you can just start having conversations with people about their future dreams. That way, you know, in 6 months, a year, 18 months, you're already in conversation with them. You've been talking about it for a while, and that's a great way to build a long-term pipeline. Okay, so we've talked about the first 2 things that you need to do when starting a real estate business. The first is you need to build a database. That's identifying the first 100 people. The second is you need to make as many contacts as possible, both to build your pipeline and to build that database. The third thing that you need to do, and this is a Create Now business, is you need to hold as many open houses as you can possibly find. Now, when you're just first getting started, you probably don't have listings of your own, and that's okay. If you're part of a brokerage, we're part of EXP, super easy for an agent to raise their hand and say, hey, I want to hold an open house. Does anybody have any open houses open? It's also really easy for those agents to reach out to various agents. They can look it up on the MLS, find out what homes are listed by our brokerage, and reach out to those listing agents and say, hey, you know what, that 123 Main Street, if you're not already doing an open house this weekend, I would love to do that. So why are open houses super important? Open houses are where buyers show up. Everybody coming through an open house is actively looking for a home. Some of them already have an agent, but many of them don't. Many of them are going to an open house because it's a easy, low pressure way to start exploring making a move. Well, those people you want to establish a relationship with. You want to show them that you guys have connection, that you know what's going on in the real estate market, that you're active and working hard, and you want to get their contact information so you can stay in touch. If possible, you want to find out more about what it is that they're looking for and see if there's something else on the market that they might want to see. Great way for you to take them immediately into showings and potentially create a short-term opportunity for you. So lots of ways for a new real estate agent to get their business started. These are 3 great ones to create business in the short term. I hope this was helpful. If it is, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and hang out and watch some of our other videos. I'm Brian White, and I'll see you there.